Hi everyone, and welcome to my first devlog of Ruby and the Bloom.
I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.
So I'm extremely excited to share this idea, and I'm excited to also share my journey on this whole thing, just making more devlogs and taking you guys with me. I think it's gonna be great. So my first commercial game is I Am Beyond Escape Room. If you're interested, it's in the description. But this devlog is about Ruby and the Bloom. So Ruby and the Bloom is, you play as this old, rusty, oily robot that's barely keeping things together, and you're in the desert. The reason why you're in the desert is because the world that you're living in lost all its living things, and this is all that's left. So part of this world, you have these ecosystem garden beetles that's massive and giant. So they walk over the earth and they bring life back to it. In Ruby in the Bloom, you find this last bloom, I guess, this beetle, and you need to revive it, bring it back to like its normal state, and then the gameplay is about keeping it alive and bringing back the earth. I love the contrast of oil, combustion engine, and rust more. And then you have this beautiful flowers, mushrooms, creatures, and it's the job of this petrol engined robot to keep this ecosystem alive. Okay, so with all this hype, it probably sounds amazing, but you'll see where this is at. So let me take you through the journey of what I have done so far. The first thing I did was I made a desert plane and just bought this awesome plugin called Global Snow, which brings snow. Because my initial idea was I need tracks in the sand. That was very important to me. So that was the first thing I bought, and then I had this little robot just to test out the tracks, and it was quite fun. I must say, driving around way too fast, but this is the first idea of this is what the vibe is. So you're on a two-wheeled robot that's mission is to look after this ecosystem. I think that's basically it in short. So the ecosystem then is, I wanted a beetle that's strong. So it was either the rhinoceros or the Hercules. So I went with the rhinoceros beetle, and I found this little 3D model on Turbo Squid. It was actually marked down to $3, which I don't like to invest money in this because I'm not doing it full time, but $3 made sense to me, so I purchased it. I also didn't purchase the one with the animation because I thought, let me save money, I'll animate this myself. It's a beetle, so I thought how hard can it get, you know? So putting the beetle into the game gave me a very good perspective of where we're heading and figuring all this out. You'll see in Global Snow they also have the wind effect, which is pretty nice. It brings the world to life. So as I go, I evolve my bot and I evolve the game, and I'll take you through that process. But I was making this adding stuff to this bot to give myself more of an idea. I feel more of I gave him a little mohawk as well, 3 eyes, which I think I scratched the 3-eye thing. It's very Splinter Cell vibes. After having a good visual idea of my little bot, the first thing I thought, okay, this is going to be a petrol engine thing, so I need to add a fuel system, which actually worked out well. So my idea is that you can only travel a certain way from this garden, this ecosystem, this bloom, and then you have to get fuel if you want to go further, or maybe later in the game you can do upgrades. But then the idea is if the fuel if you're empty, the tank is empty, you stop, and then I'm thinking of you either respawn back or creatures come and get you because they need your help. Then you sort of just respawn, I guess, and you lose the progress you made in that section. That was the idea. So in this fuel system, then I made little canisters, which will not be the way how you get fuel. But then Ruby, which is the bot, I don't know if I said that, can collect the fuel and just I had a cool system going. I'll show in the next devlogs my ideas for the fuel systems, but or how you can get petrol or gas. That's what they say in America, I guess. Yeah, that's how you'll fuel Ruby, because Ruby will constantly be needing stuff as well. So the idea of this game is it's very much on the survival side, but it's also adventure. I wanted to have a feel of a walking simulator, but you're a robot. So, but you get the idea of that idea. I love the idea of. This is where the thing started. I had an idea of a big machine that moves through the desert, and then I saw this picture of somebody just sitting outside the window looking at the sunset, and it's like this beautiful scene. So I wanted the player to feel relaxed. Then the idea came of, what if I can have a relaxed scene? So you sort of do gardening in this Beetle, but you can also go explore and upgrade and figure out the darkness of this world. You can have both worlds. I like that idea, and so I'm trying to implement that idea. That's what I'm trying to say. After that, I added a day and night cycle, because the idea of the sunset being beautiful, I need this game to be beautiful as well. So having a sunset and sunrise helps with that. Having moonlight helps with it as well. But I realized it's not as simple as that. I also added a little petrol engine to the robot, just to give myself an idea of what this thing would look like, just to get my prickling, the senses. If I'm talking shit, just watch another video. Something I want to do is also draw what I see. I love drawing, and my wife got me this cool, I almost said stylus, Wacom, the smallest one you can get for my birthday. It's this one. And I like to use it to draw. I want to keep it digital. I start my rough idea with pencil and then I go digital. So I draw the design of my bot, and you can see what I really wanted was that I want him to have like this desert scarf. I know it doesn't make sense because he's a robot, but I think that would be sick to the idea of the scarf, just like almost like the bots were part of the world one day, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. And I love the idea of vintage wheels for Ruby. I'm gonna change the wheels though. But so far I have those windmill? No. It is a windmill, the ones that work with the water. But it's not a windmill though. But it's like that, it's one of those houses that has a wheel. What do you call that? But you know what I'm talking about. It's like in countries like Holland and places like that. But then it's like a water. This game wants to turn to Wall-E, and I'm trying to take it the other way, because I think it can be quite it can hurt the game a bit if it's seen like that. Now that I had this robot going, I loved the idea that it runs smoothly, it looks fun, it makes tracks, it's got the fuel system, I've got the day and night cycle, I've got Bloom there in the background, the great Bloom. I don't know what to call the creatures. Maybe say something in the comments what you think, but the game's called Ruby and the Bloom. I'm quite sure about that. Okay, after seeing my robot looking better, I thought I wanted cogs and sprockets. I think that's what you call them. But I wanted the robot to look mechanical and, the smoke and oil dripping, and so I worked on some cogs. Am I saying that right? Cogs. And then they move with the wheel. So that's what I like. I'll get technical about this. What I like about ChatGPT helps you to set up a script to so you can adjust it the whole time. So they make it public for those that care about that. Then I had this cog. It is a cog. Let me just make sure. I don't want to edit this whole video knowing that I don't. I think it's called sprockets and let me see. Cog. Gears, cogs. It's a cog. I just have to focus when I say it, then I get it right. And I love the idea of. What did I say? Anyways, this is my bot with 2 cogs. After having this good idea of the bot, I'm still gonna change a lot. I wanted to make the engine. Like I said, I like to create it, and then my mind starts like, oh, imagine that. I also get ideas at night. Does that happen to you? Like I'll sleep, and I won't be fully asleep. You know when you, and then my mind would be like, oh, imagine the bot had, but I won't wake up though. I'll just be like, oh, imagine the bot. Wow, okay, well I won't speak either. You know what I mean. And then I just have to make myself a bit more awake. Then I remember that. Otherwise I forget it. It's a whole thing. So for some reason I thought the engine needs to have a wheel at the back. I like the idea of idling. So you sit as a robot and it's like like a weed eater or a lawnmower. And then I want something visual so you can see that there's movement. It is a bit cold, but I'm getting goosebumps because I like the idea, okay? And then I started working on a piston system. It's a 2-piston, so for those who don't know mechanics, it's combustion means it's the explosion, and if the piston moves in the sleeves, they go like this. It's like a V. Have you ever heard of a V6? It's in a V shape, my one at least. It's not a 6 though, it's 2. And then if it explodes at the top, the piston shoots down. Okay? And then the piston is connected to things that makes it turn. And then when the piston comes back, because they shoot like this, it presses out your excess the smoke, and then it also shoots in the petrol or the diesel, and the petrol there's a spark plug, it makes sparks, and then explosion, and it shoots down again. This happens extremely fast. It's not like pa. I'll show. Yeah. What did I say? I want a system like that so you can visually see. Idling speed. That was idling speed. Sorry, guy. I just get excited about my game. So I made pistons with 2 spark plugs at the top. Now you guys know what it is. And then also made the exhaust system. So that was where I was at, and then I connected this whole thing. I struggled with the pistons, but ChatGPT helped me. But I connected the speed with the wheel. So if you move faster, the back wheel, that copper wheel, and the pistons move faster as well.
Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive.
So at this moment, Ruby doesn't move very fast. I think I want Ruby to move faster, and I also want the ability to move extremely fast when you get. Okay, I hope this will work though. But my idea is you randomly get struck by lightning, and then it's like a what do you call, like a hyper mode, and then you've got like 15 seconds to move to get to your destination, get a bit further or closer to home. Let me just see if this camera is still recording. Holy shit, it's not. Yeah, so robots usually have the lights, and I like that idea, especially if I can do this day-night cycle and it becomes dark. Then I love the idea of the lights. I'll show you what that looks like. So I modeled some lights. Okay. This is something that it sounds so simple, but it's the hardest thing that I'm struggling so much with this. But in game development, you need to decide what style you're gonna make. So if it's like realistic, or is it more cartoony, or is it very low poly, or what are you going for? It sounds simple, but then there's styles within that style, And then that also sounds simple. Yeah, I like this one. This one looks good. But then you have to make it. And then you have to look how difficult it is to make. So my idea for Ruby and the Bloom is to make, it's called stylized low poly, and the examples are the pathless, rhyme, and omno. So that's my idea. So with this light, I actually added like a chrome material, which gave it too much of a realistic look. But I kept it like that for now. But I want you to know that the game won't be realistic like that. I also made the eyes a bit sad. Okay, this is my one thing to Wally that I really liked and I want to bring in my game, I think. But Wally's eyes could go sad. It's like binoculars. And I think that brought in a crazy amount of emotion into the robot. And I want that for this game as well. I want you to feel, there's stuff I'll share later about the bot, but I want the bot to feel, oh, you are rooting for the bot. You want to take care of the bot. You love the bot. That's my idea. What's my hair? Whatever. I actually take it the other way. Yeah, talk shit. So I gave it like a bit of a tint, which I like. It makes it look like glasses. I maybe want to put like a bridge in between the lights so it actually looks like glasses. So it's like a nerdy bot. I made the piston tops transparent. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's going to be crazy cool because then you can see the explosions at the top. So I also changed the fuel system to purple. The reason for that is purple and green goes beautifully together. So that's the scheme of the game. What do you call that? That's the, you know what I mean? Like the color of the game is majority purple and green. So I thought it would be cool if the fuel, the gas, is petrol. Okay. So having this bot reasonably good, I wanted, so this is a massive struggle I had. I wanted the Beetle, I want you to go inside the Beetle. That's where the gardening happens. And then the Beetle distributes the garden. It sounds amazing. But when you make it, it's different. I had ideas of a winch going down and picking you up. Or the Beetle stopping, sitting, and then opening a flap, like a mechanical flap. But then I don't want mechanics on the Beetle, necessarily. So then my thing was, after I animated this Beetle walking, which looks quite cool in my opinion, I love it, I love how it turned out, I made a little flap like a crab. I think you call it, in Afrikaans, we call it a beersie, which is the wallet of the crab. Why do they say that? I know that the older people usually say there's money inside, like a tall tale. No, it's not a tall tale, it's just talking shit, I guess. So I managed to make the crab, the Beetle stop, go down, which looks cool. I don't know. When you have a vision and it's sort of part of it comes together, it's exciting. And then this wallet, this bottom piece opens up, then you can climb in. Before that, after I managed to make a scene change, because you're always going to move between the two scenes, inside the Beetle, outside the Beetle. Inside the Beetle, then I wanted to add a battery. It's one of those things, again, I had this idea, battery to Ruby. That's where Ruby to the Bloom is now. I'm very excited. No, I'm not going to share what's next. Please subscribe and follow and comment ideas, or I would love to do this with you and get some ideas and share this journey with you guys. Game development is something I want to do full-time. I would love to do full-time, and obviously doing YouTube is part of it. So I'm excited to share this journey. Yeah, this world is so open and ready for us to create. And don't let the mountain scare you because you feel like you have to do it all by yourself. It's ridiculous to think. I think we want this perfect idea of who made this game? I did. The whole thing, yes. This whole damn thing. And then you want people to be like, what? The whole thing? Wow, you're so amazing. Just get over that. And yeah. Just make the thing. Tell them you made it mostly with ChatGPT. Tell them you used 50,000 plugins to do it. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to feel so proud that this is my game. And that's me. This is Devlog 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out Devlog 2. Cheers, guys.